GRC automation can add significant value in risk management specifically. The traditional GRC tools, I think, Jake mentioned some of them have been very good at managing, I think, complicated processes, approval workflows, and a lot of times are very disconnected from real-time security signals and other sources of data that, need to get into those tools. And enterprises with we're seeing more enterprises with more technical GRC teams. I mean, enterprise is a big word, and it's not a unified monolithic group. There are ones with very technical GRC teams. There are one with GRC teams that are very much see themselves as like, kind of holier governance focus versus like, not getting into the technical piece. But I think for the ones who are working much more closely with the broader tech org, security, engineering, and et cetera, they're looking for how do we bring GRC and we think risk management specifically closer to that data and vice versa. And that there's a real advantage, I think, to what everyone on here, I think, would agree is like getting that data from the important places closer, whether it's like vulnerabilities, assets, cloud misconfigurations, that trend over time and user behavior, where you do actual risk management, whether that's in your traditional GRC tool where you're trying to do it, or maybe you're doing it somewhere else, getting that data to that place to be able to do that. So it's not such a, I think, ad hoc process and it's not a static, and that there's probably strong potential, especially as teams have more tools now to, I mean, as Shraf said, vibe coding, whether it's vibe coding or just being able to enable more people to get access to, I mean, it used to be a real barrier to entry, right? I would hire people on our team and be like, what experience do you have with Python? What experience do you have with, so you can go do scripting and automation, because we have way more work than we're getting done in our kind of GRC and security team. But if more people are able to do that, then we think, mapping compliance controls to infrastructure directly and to flag this much earlier in the process, not just about code and application security, but kind of everywhere in an enterprise, I think it's going to be a lot better for managing risk proactively. Um, and we're talking to a number of folks who I think are working with us directly to try to figure this out, who are from, these more pragmatic, more modern kind of tech forward companies. And I'd say, look, it's just a luxury, right? Having been at a 27-year-old enterprise that had data centers and hybrid, it wasn't exactly a lack of desire or interest to go into hyper automation. It was a tech debt. So, admittedly, like it's super heterogeneous, hybrid, custom software. There's a lot of developers who not built here, and just kind of working through that. So, yeah.